are going to support whatever best is possible from our side. For Rendraft, Whisper XT continue doing good job. There's good momentum in Whisper XT as far as external market performance is concerned, as far as activity initiation is concerned. Continue doing good job, and I'm very sure we'll see good momentum in these 2 months. Cadomer, there's a good traction has been shown of 10 lakhs. So don't miss this 30 doctors you have taken for wound care management, and take full mileage of these media workshops and the coverage which has come on newspaper, on media for Rentec range. Good number of KOs they have been engaged, and they have been giving lot of positive message as far as Rentec is concerned. We are going to do more media workshop in month of August. That coverage also will be shared with you. So friends, take full mileage and continue aggressive promotion for Rentec OD, Rentec DOM, and we will launch Rentec RDT this month. So this is about 7 brands. All of you are going to get good number of inputs for your old focus, Rentec MPS and Aerometrogel and other products. There also, I would expect you to take good mileage. And very, very important news, all Yuva core 30 doctors. This Yuva, please come to the next slide. This Yuva core 30 doctors are also going to get good number of inputs, and I would say premium inputs, which was missing in our team. And this suggestion has been given by all of our champions. So if you look at category-wise promotion inputs, 10 for gynae, wound care 15s, dentist 25, and core doctors 30. So I would say there's a not only 2x, 3x inputs you are going to get, and good qualitative inputs you are going to get. For high productivity, what I said for Rentec MPS, Aerometrogel, Metrogel P, and Metrogel O, 10 inputs over and above this core doctors 30, dentist 25, wound care 15, and 10 gynae. Over and above, you are going to get 10 inputs. For institution and OPD camps, we have identified 100 headquarters. There also, you are going to get good number of inputs. And for Metrogel ER core prescriber, there's a significant jump in terms of number of inputs, 20 per ml. So I am very sure, friends, with this kind of inputs, all of you will gain the momentum, and best will come in month of August onwards. And this all we have taken from suggestions from our champions, and we have incorporate all these things in our strategy. We'll keep listening champions every month, and we'll keep incorporating whatever suggestions coming from them. Next slide, please. So with this, friends, I will hand over session to Mr. Kadir. He will discuss, Kadir and team, what all we have in place as far as marketing support is concerned, as far as inputs are concerned, for month of August and September, and take full mileage of these inputs. And I would say not only 250 MEs who are achieving the budget, even the MEs who are not achieving the budget, for them more than 25,000 incremental incentive is there in focus. We have another incentive of Rendraft. We have another incentive of focus, those who are not achieving 100% in total. So we are going to take care, and each and every will be rewarded who is putting efforts. And even to the people who are achieving incentive out of all these 4 criteria, I will say continue doing good job. I am very sure with this kind of support in month of August and September, you will come on winning mode. And I would request each of you, please reach out to us. Please reach out to marketing. Please reach out to your leaders and to us wherever you are getting difficulty, wherever you need any support. We really want to support each and every headquarter, each and every team member, and we want each of you start earning incentive. So that's the endeavor we have. We have done a lot of correction in terms of budget wherever we could able to see there were issues. So there also we are helping. And we are ready to help in terms of input, in terms of support, to ensure each of you start doing well. So continue doing good job, friends. We are seeing good traction, and I'm very sure in month of August and September, we'll reach to the new peak. Thank you very much. Over to you, Kadir.
Thank you, sir. Good morning, team. So, as rightly pointed out by Amit sir, the momentum has been already created in the first quarter. So we'll continue and we'll have a productive results in time to come in next two months and then after. So first of all, I'm sorry I'm not able to on my camera because there's some technical glitch, so I'll not be visible to all of you. So when I'll start always with my Yuva, my pride. And as you all know, we are number one division by prescription, not in the company, but in entire IPM. So when we talk about a number one division, why we are talking about a number one division, you all know about, because Rantac and Metrogyl, they are in top 10 brands by prescription in IPM. Yeah, Ajay, next. So as you know, Yuva is contributing 73% of entire prescription generated by JB Pharma, and Rantac is number 2 prescribed brand in GI category. So this is the things which we can be always proud of. Metrogyl is a number 5 most prescribed brand in the IPM. Just to give you once again a context, if you talk about IPM, there are more than 60,000 registered brand available in IPM. More than 60,000 registered brand. So out of those 60,000 brands, we are ranked 5th in terms of number of prescription in IPM. So it's a matter of proud for all of us. Yeah, Jayant. So once again, to just re-emphasize our aspiration as a division, we want to be number 1 by prescription in APD, acid peptic disease, through Rantac. Today we are number 2 in prescriptions. Our another aspiration is to be number 1 by prescription at dentist through Metrogyl ER. Now, if you see at dentist level, Yuva as a division, we are ranked number 4. So our endeavor is to get number 1 position through Metrogyl ER. Now, third aspiration of Yuva is to be leader in chronic wound management through Cadomer. So these are 3 aspirations which will be constant over the period of next 3-4 years. Yes, Jayant. When we talk about our brand-wise aspiration, so of course, Rantac, our aspiration is to be number 1 prescribed brand in APD in each and every headquarter. Metrogyl ER to double the current PDVT what we are having right now. Bisphar XT to be amongst top 10 hematinics brands in each and every headquarters. Ranraft to achieve an incremental PDVT of 500 units. So as you know, Ranraft is having a great potential. When we see the covered market of Ranraft, it actually consists of 2 markets, direct market of sodium alginate, and another market which is available, pre-existing market which is available for us is an antacid market. So if you see the potential for this brand, the antacid, if I talk about potential PDVT, when I talk about PDVT, it is per man per month. Antacid is selling almost 8,000 plus units every month in each and every territory. So this is kind of potential this brand is having. And what we are aspiring to be, we want to make this brand at least a 500 units PDVT. By doing 500 units PDVT, this brand can be a 25 crores brand. So this is a brand which actually gives us an opportunity to be a number 1 brand in terms of new introduction. Another brand is a Cadomer, and our objective for Cadomer is to achieve PDVT of 200 plus units. Yeah, Jayant. So these are the focus brands. Once again, I'm just to re-emphasizing on. These are the 7 focus brands we have decided to move on with. Jayant, next. Okay, so I will just take you through what we have done in the month of July. So when it comes to activities, we could do at least almost 42 CMEs in the month of July, and DGM we could do 9 DGMs. When it comes to HB camps, every month we are increasing our efforts, and we are surpassing our previous month's number in terms of HB camps. So last month we could do 408 HB camps across. But our aspiration and our objective is to do at least 2 HB camps per ME. which is basically 1000 HB camps per month is what our objective and aspiration is. If we are able to do those 1000 HB camps in a month, it will be easily come into top 10 brands of hematinics in the market. We could also do IMP camps, 29 IMP camps. Hub meetings, we could do 41, and department meets, we could do 35. Next, Jayant. One of the major initiatives what we had taken in the month of July was a celebration of Doctors' Day. And we could reach out to more than 9,500 doctors on that particular day, one day. And we have got a very good response in terms of promotional input, what we have provided to the doctors. It was a simple greeting cards with the visibility of Rantek and Metrogyl ER. So across we have got a very good response, and we could also create a buzz in the market in terms of Rantek OD and Metrogyl ER. So congratulations to all of you to making this particular activity successful. Yeah, Jayant. Now, since Amit sir was talking about we are doing a media workshop, and basically the media workshop is being done by Heal Health Foundation, which is a third party. So what they are doing in they are discussing the things like acidity, which is a biggest issue nowadays, one of the biggest issues nowadays in Indian scenario. So if you see 30% of Indian populations are suffering from GERD at any point in time in the life. So that message, that particular message and public awareness program is being organized by Heal Health Foundation. Now, just to align with that particular activity, we have done some of the big cases. It's a CME for Rantek, where we have discussed about the role of Rantek in entire treatment algorithm of acidity. We had discussed about what kind of side effects PPIs are having in, what kind of limitations PPIs are having in. We have also discussed about how ranitidine is superior drug in terms of safety profile in many category of patients. So prominent KOLs were there in that particular particular CMEs as a speakers. We last month we could do 3 major programs. One in Lucknow, where more than 130 doctors were present. To be very precise, 135 doctors were present. In Agra, 53 doctors were there, and in Kolkata, 60 doctors were there. And all those doctors were top doctors of that particular city who have attended the program. Yeah, Jen. Now, when we are talking about a media workshop, the media workshop, this initiative was taken by Heal Health Foundation, and they were into like increasing the awareness about the acidity and safe solution of acidity. So the topic of this particular media workshop was acidity, करोड़ों लोगों के problem के safe solution. So where the top doctors of that particular city is coming together, and they are discussing about the problem of acidity in general population. So we had done so far 3 media workshops in association with Heal Health Foundation. One is at Lucknow, another one was at Agra, and third, yesterday we concluded in Kolkata as well. Now, if you see, after the media workshop, we could get very good coverage in the very leading regional newspapers. You can see in Lucknow, we have got an update in Canvas Times, Novart Times, as well as Dainik Jagran, to name a few. There are many more newspapers which the news have been captured in, but these are the very leading newspaper where we could get coverage. Now, major points what media people was talking about is, as I told you earlier as well, number 1 point was they were talking about a public awareness on acidity. They are talking about 7 out of 10 people suffering from GI problems. When we talk about GI problems, any of those GI problems they are suffering. So the prevalence of GI problem is 70% across. What they have mentioned in the newspaper is ranitidine is for acidity, as paracetamol is for fever. So it's a big statement they are giving in. So by this statement, they are actually reinforcing the legacy of ranitidine. Now, if you see paracetamol, anytime it's a gold standard molecule in fever. Likewise, paracetamol, ranitidine is also a gold standard molecule in acidity. And when we talk about ranitidine, it is all about Rantac. So it's a big statement was covered by the newspapers, very leading newspapers. They are also talking about like ranitidine is safe drug since last 4 decades. They are talking about once again the legacy of the drug. They are also talking about acid is good, but hyperacidity is bad. So why this is a very significant statement? When we talk about acidity and acid in the stomach, there is a requirement of acid in the stomach. Now, if you see, if you don't have acid in the stomach, you'll be having the issues like there will be a lack of absorption of nutrients like cobalamin or iron or calcium or magnesium. And because of the lack of absorption of those nutrients, the associated consequences will be there. So that's why if you see, when the people are on PPI, they actually stop the secretion of acid. So there will be a lack of acid in the stomach. So that's why the people on PPI, they are suffering from osteoporosis, because lack of acid in the stomach, they actually hampers the absorption of calcium. And calcium is very important in terms of bone health. So that's why they are talking about acid is good, hyperacidity is bad. So there are certain conditions where PPI has to be given. But there are many more conditions where the PPI should not be given in. So that's why we are talking about in right condition, right drug. So this is what this newspaper is talking about. They are also talking about ranitidine is the safe options for acidity and for long-term use. That we are also talking about for long now through our visual aid. PPI has side effects related to kidney and should not be given for long term. So these are the endorsements which those newspapers had been given. And believe you me, these all newspapers are neutral newspapers. They will not post any comment without having any evidence or any references. So this is the big news for all of us. Likewise, we could have a coverage in Kanpur as well, Agra as well, Kanpur Times as well as Agra as well. Yes, next. So similar message was there in that particular newspaper as well. Next. This is the Agra update and Agra release in Daily Hunt, Hindustan Times, Hindustan Express. So all those newspapers, they were endorsing the usage of ranitidine in many conditions, and they were also talking about where PPI should not be given in. Yeah, Jayant, next. We had discussed about BISFAR XT HB camps. Now, when it comes to execution, we have scaled up our execution. We had started our camp. We had started from April with the camp with 110 camps, which and today we are doing almost 408 camps. So we have scaled up in terms of execution. But the only thing what I feel is we need to look into is the right selection of doctors while executing the activities. We are executing the activities, and per activity we are screening almost 20 patients, right? And out of those 20 patients, we are able to generate a prescription as well. Right? But the prescription generation is not as per the expectation what we have set in. So we have to select a right doctor for this particular activity, then only the execution will give us a productive result. Yeah, Jen. Wound care portfolio, we had some conference participation like KDFS FSICON in Kerala, which was there on 15 to 16 July. We could do many activities for Kedomar as well, like seeing is believing activities. Once again, the seeing is believing, we are doing regular activities. Last month we could do 248 activities, which was actually not scaled up. Like May, we could do 276 activities. So these activities we have to take very seriously, because these activities will give us a pure secondary generation. And moreover, this activity will convince doctor to prescribe Kedomar. which is very, very important. Yeah, next. We could also do IMP camps. We could do 29 camps where we could generate 79 prescriptions. Next. Now let's talk about the way forward. When it comes to way forward, next gen, I would like to once again re-emphasize upon the promotional inputs categories which Amit sir has talked about. So what we have done is based on your feedback in different forums and during our fieldwork, and we could get the feedback is core doctors is very, very important for all of us. These are the doctors who gives us immediate business irrespective of any product. So what we have done is we have planned core doctors inputs. It's irrespective of the brand input. It's a core doctor inputs for 30 doctors. We have scaled up our dentist input from 15 to 25. Wound care input from 10 to 15. We have added one more category in terms of promotion input is a gynecologist. So specifically for a gynecologist, 10 gynecologists, you are going to get a very good promotional input, which will help you increase the brand visibility in doctor's clinic. As Amit sir has also mentioned about high PDVT territory of those products like MPS, NO, Metrogil P, Metrogil O, those territories will get a separate promotional input for these kind of products. So what we have done is we have identified certain headquarters who are having a high stake of these brands. Those headquarters will get specific and exclusive promotional input for these brands. We could get many feedback from all of you, like we require to have a reminder cards, institution input, or OPD camps input. So this month onwards, we are providing you an institution and OPD camps input. The input detail will be discussed by Abhishek and Jayant in subsequent slides. But we are going to start an institution OPD camp input, small inputs, just to increase the visibility of the brand. One more initiative what we have taken is Metrogil ER core prescribers inputs. So now what we are going to do is we are going to touch up or connect with the Metrogil ER core doctors. Now these core doctors will be given a very good promotional inputs. So it will be 20 per ME. And along with this promotional input, those doctors will also get a letter of a thank you letter from the president's desk. So Dilip sir will write a letter to them, and there you will be giving them a letter along with the promotional inputs. So these are the separate kind of all different kind of categories where we are going to get a promotional input for. Yeah, next. Jen, next. So core customers are most important for each territory, who can contribute significantly and can add value in brand building. So introducing Yuva Core Club input, as I have discussed earlier, for 30 doctors. Yeah, next. So you asked, we listened. We are talking about a 30 core doctors promotional inputs. Next. In the month of August, we are going to get this particular input. Next. Please go next. Which is a Wellspun towel. It's a 30 per ME. We are going to give it to you. But the only thing is, see, we have shared one format almost 1.5 months back about the list of core doctors. So still many of you have not submitted those list of doctors. So I request all of you to please submit the list of doctors to Amit Dada as earliest. Yeah, next. Another thing what you have recommended and you have requested, and we are doing it. What we are doing it, we are giving you a reminder cards category wise. So what we will do is, for dentist, you will get a 150 per ME reminder cards for next 2 months. For just surgeons, we will be having a separate reminder cards, which will be 150 per ME for next 2 months. So overall, if you see, you will get 300 reminder cards per month for different category of products. The 300 reminder cards per month for different category of products. Yeah, next. So this is basically a promotional inputs for the institution and for OPD camps, which is 100 pens per ME. Now, the beauty of this particular input is we are doing a branding of Rentec OD in Metrogilia on the pen. Plus, there is a lay card where we are also giving a visibility of all 7 focus brands. Yeah, Jen, next. So but now here onwards, I would request Abhishek to take over and discuss a brand-wise strategy for Rentec and other brands. Abhishek, please.
Yes. Thank you so much, Kadir. Just a second. Okay. So guys, very good morning, all of you. So I think the strategy we have discussed in the cycle meeting, we are continuing that in Q2 as well. So first of all, we have decided that P1 should be 125. Yesterday only I have shared a mail regarding the exposure, and we could see there is an incremental exposure of a Rantac overall. When I'm referring to a Rantac, it is Rantac OD, Rantac DOM, and Rantac 150 and 300. So exposure we have slightly increased, but still I would say there are a few regions or a few headquarters where exposure is below our expectations. So I would request again people to start communicating Rantac OD 150, 300 and DOM to our respective doctors as a P1. I'm not saying you are not exposing to our doctors, but as a P1, there's slightly we are lacking back from the expectation what we have. And the remaining 75 doctors, we would have to say that it's from the maker of Rantac. And whatever gift, I hope you must be aware that whatever gift you are getting, we are already branded that with Rantac OD from the makers of Rantac OD. So we are going to continue that. So guys, from the yesterday, you must be wondering that whatever, toppers you are getting, whatever communication you are getting, there is a tricolor into that. So we will just wanted to tell you something that from the next week, we are going to run one campaign and specifically for the Rantac, and we are going to have one common theme for next, at least for 2 quarters, we are going to continue that. And believe me, guys, we have done a lot of work on that, and we are going to launch that campaign very soon to you. Just to show the glimpses what that campaign is, it's freedom from acidity. We have run a good momentum in UP and West Bengal by doing some activities and wonderful CMEs. And we have got wonderful feedback that we need to, cycle meeting also, we have spoke that, Rantac needs to have a perception from the acidity. So when a doctors wanted to write something related to acidity, he should think of Rantac. So hence we are going to start one campaign called as freedom from the acidity. And we have already planned a lot of activities, which we will explain you what we are going to do that. But it will be a digital, at the same time, it will be a physical activity. You will get a chance to explain or to talk some important pointers with the doctors. So it will be a mixture of some activities and a scientific discussion with the doctors. So freedom from the acidity will be our new communication for the Rantac. And we will tell you what are the details of that campaign. Okay. So this is one of the big things which we wanted to tell you. Moving ahead, if you see the communication wise, we have told that we have got many feedbacks from the team that we wanted to have separate pages to discuss about 150, 300. So 150, we have a new page from tomorrow or maybe from the Monday, it will be live for you. So we have 150 on hyperacidity. We have 300 on drug-induced gastritis. Also, we have separate page for Rantac DOM talking about the nausea and vomiting. So these are some pages about the Rantac. And what are new inputs which are going to come to you is for the Randraf specifically. We are going to have one case study from Manish Bhatnagar. You will receive that in the month of August. You can distribute to our doctors, those we have tagged in for Randraf. There is one more request to have a small reminder cards for the Randraf in a bottle shape. That also you will start receiving from this month. And of course, sample, we have got some requests so that we have already given the samples for Randraf. So case study, a reminder in a bottle shape and a sample for the Randraf specifically. Moving ahead, I think, yes, so Jayant will take few brands for Rantac, Metrogyl EA. So I'll hand over to Jayant.
Hi team. Yeah, hi team, good morning. So moving ahead, thank you so much Abhishek for this data. Moving ahead with Metrogyl EA specifically. So we have already discussed about this. Sampling is one of the major strategy when it comes to Metrogyl, and that's why we are going to increase the sample. In fact, we are going to double the sample almost by 50%. So the exposure will be firstly P1 to dentists, P2 to all gynecologists. We have already given a sampling guideline as well. How many dentists, how many gynecologists? So 75 units for dentists, 30 units for gynecologists, and any other prescriber. Like there must be some CPs and GPs also who are giving you a support for Metrogyl ER. So 45 units for that as well. We have to give this sampling in a Metrogyl catch cover. Whenever we are doing a field work, we got a very good response for Metrogyl ER. So guys, please keep on continuing this, give us the feedback, and also keep on using this Metrogyl ER catch cover, which will be very much useful. Also, this time we are going to give you ER visibility communication. This will be specifically highlighting ER and the key communication point for Metrogyl ER. This is something which will come in under the campaign of identity, that is disposable, that is lock enabled cup and floss set of 20 cups and 40 floss in the month of September, right? Also, we have already conducted identity webinars, so close to more than 700 doctors will get this certificate of participation under the banner of IDA, and JB Pharma branding will be there. And as you can see over there, 2 credit points will be given to all those doctors who have attended the meeting and given the questionnaire and qualified the questionnaire. This Kadir sir was talking about, this is a special input which will go to all the 20 doctors of your list who are a core supporter, who are an important and exclusive supporter of Metrogyl ER. This will be the letter, and along with the letter, this will be a coffee mug which will come to you, to all those important doctors. So this is a one-time activity. My sincere and humble request to all of you, please utilize this input in a very right manner to the very right doctor, because this will carry a big weightage, because it has with a letter of Dilip sir, right? Coming to the wound care portfolio, that is the wound savior input will come. This is the second input which will come to the 4 per area manager. Secondly, IMP camp 1 per area manager will keep on continuing. CME notepad, we will give it to you as in when you require. We will already share it with you. Also, the sample holder will keep on coming. Please utilize all the wound care sample in the sample holder only. And this is the Khadi soap set, as we have discussed about our theme, that moving from pink of wound health, that is from moving from black to yellow to red to pink. This is the theme. And in a similar sequence, the set of 4 Khadi soap will come to you in this manner. Okay. So, Kadir sir, would you like to take it from here?
Yeah, Jain. Okay, so basically you could see we have planned category-wise promotional inputs for next 2 months in August and September as well. Now let's come to product versus customer metrics. Once again, I would like to re-emphasize. Jain, can you go next?
I think there must be some issue. Right. So coming to the product versus customer matrix over here, we all know that what is our specialty-wise focus of P1, P2, P3, P4, and P5. So as you can see, we have already discussed this again and again. The one and the most important point, that is 125 doctors as a P1 to Rantac range. So that has to be ensured.
Yeah,
important addition, we have discussed Champions Meet, as Amit sir rightly mentioned. We will keep on continuing and we will keep on listening to you. We already listened to you. We have incorporated all the important inputs, and we request you keep on sharing your feedback, and we'll definitely try to incorporate all ever possible. Incremental sample, we have already shown it too for DOM and Metrogyl ER. JB Next, yes, it is a platform which is for the PGs and upcoming doctors. So keep on sharing and discussing with this doctor. We have discussed about this as well, and the Randraft monthly incentive for the quarter. These are some L&D intervention which our training department will take care. That is relaunch of Explore Learning app in the mid of August. You must have received one email regarding the same, right? So Ankur, for 22 new journeys starting from 8th of August to 12th of August, physical pit stop workshop for North Zone and the pending regions, retake on Rantac. This is one of the most important session which will be taken care, and Learning Friday and Masterclass will keep on continuing, right? And Champions Meet definitely for higher performance. So these are some non-negotiable which we have to discuss and which we have to keep on continuing. That is 125 doctor detailing of Rantac as a P1. all dentists definitely to prescribe Metrogyl ER, 95% MSL coverage, A plus coverage, and 110%, that is 110% target achievement. These are our non-negotiable, right?
Jayant,
So thank you so much, guys.
Jayant. Hello?
Yeah. So, Kadi sir, are you there?
Yeah, Jayant. Hello? Hello?
Pinaki sir, Amit sir, we want to conclude.
Yeah, I think
Kadi sir's network is not
audible.
right.
Hello?
Yeah, Kadi, something wrong with yours.
Pinaki sir, your voice is not coming.
Abhishek, am I audible?
Yeah, you're audible now.
Right, friends. So you have listened, you have heard that what kind of intensive promotional input and various marketing initiative and recognition initiative we have taken as a division. So now all of you should go with very positive mind. And I would like to emphasize here one thing, friend. Remember, Rantac and Metrogyl are pride of this division, pride of all of us in the market. Okay, so never feel low. So whenever you are, promoting Rantac in the to the doctor screening, okay, go with full confidence. If any doctor says any doubt about the safety profile, you should bounce back and reply back with confidence that there is no, issue of rapid, a lot of issues with PPI prolonged uses, and describe all those side effects, whatever described by Kadir. You get my point? So here I want all of you to have a very fighting spirit and never give up things and never leave it to the competitors or doctors. Go all out and with full conviction. And you can see that we are also as an organization not going to give it up and leave it like that. We are fighting to a tooth and nail. A lot of programs is being initiated. Can you see what kind of expenditure companies incurring in conducting all these press conference and various CME symposium? So don't think that Rantac is a neglected brand for the divisions and it is obsolete brand of the division. And to be very honest, in product cycle, nothing gets obsolete. It is how you continue to promote it with full conviction. There are many examples in the industry like that. One thing was just coming to my mind. See, by adopting one simple strategy, that whosoever doctor is writing Metrogyl 400, convert them to Metrogyl 600 with the compliance. Why can't we do the same thing for the doctor? At least we know some of the doctors who are writing my Rantac 150, Rantac 300, plain I'm talking about. Why can't we ship them to Rantac OD 300 by simply explaining how beneficial it will be as far as compliance is concerned, and which will give almost equal efficacy of a PPI. Now think of that, whatever Metrogyl here we are selling, say 3.5 lakh strips. If we start selling 3.5 lakh strips of Rantac OD also, where we can take our focus product volume and value. Are you getting my point? So my sincere request, I know all these things, because Rantac, we should keep our flag flying high in the market, and we should keep it in our mind and chest also. So go and face the market, fight and conquer the market with all the benefits of these two master brand of Rantac Metrogyl along with their line extension. This is what from my side, and as repeatedly told, this quarter is the most important quarter. Okay, go all out, full advantage of season, and take Yuva performance, your performance to a greater height. All the best from my side. Yes, Amit. Amit is there?
No, so I think Amit sir is not there.
Abhishek.
Kadi sir is there. Yeah.
Abhishek,
Yeah, Kadi sir, audible.
You can show that slide which we have.
Yeah, just a second. So guys, just before we close, just one thing we missed. Just 2 seconds. Take a second. So we have forgot to show you the inputs of Rantac OD specifically. And this for XT, I think you would have everybody by now, everybody's aware about that we are going to continue the camps. So I would request again the share your plan and reporting to Srushti on time so that we can give you all the inputs on time. So yes, so one of the important thing I think most of the managers, maybe area managers and above, must have received. On the left hand side, you would see there is a folder, and there is a very good, 3 booklets are there. One is a gastro perspective, one is a nephro perspective, and one is a cardio perspective. I have already shared a detailing story in the group, but still those who have not received, you can WhatsApp me, I'll mail it to you as well. So I would request all the managers, whenever you discuss with your important doctors to talk about ranitidine, you can have some important pointers about the gastro, nephro, and a cardio perspective. It's a folder, and there are 3 booklets of every specialty, and the important articles we have given, the crux of that article is already mentioned in there, and 20 per managers, and few managers I've given 30 per managers. Please discuss with your important doctors, so at least they can have some scientific discussion inside the clinic, and we can have some extra advantage over the PPI when we talk about the pointers. So that is the important thing which we want to discuss. And a reminder card, as we have discussed, it will be somewhere around 50 per ME, you will 25 per ME you will receive, and you can give it as a reminder card to your doctors branded with Rantac OD. And of course, the reminder card, we have already discussed that. We have shown it that almost 300 to 600 reminder card each ME will receive for the month of utilization. No, that's it. So this is, I think we have missed and we have showed. Yes. So done it from my side. Kadisu, you want to conclude?
Yeah, so you must have seen we have scaled up the promotional inputs based on your requirement and your suggestion what we have received in. So I think next 2 months, I think we are on the way to achieve our numbers and to perform as per the potential of Yuva. So with this, I wish you all the very best. In case of any requirement, any query, please reach out to us 24/7. Thank you so much, everyone.
Thank you so much, team.
Thank you so much, Steve.